kidding me? Playoffs?
Boom. All right. How you doing, folks? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report for a Wednesday, a wacky Wednesday. It is October 12th. Hope you have yourself a good start to that wacky Wednesday. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by bullpenpicks.com. Sign up today and follow all the top baseball pickers in the playoffs right here at bullpenpicks.com. Hockeypicks.com is in full force, and you can make your picks today. There's 6 NHL games. We're going to break them down today on the show, but if you want to follow the hockey pickers, you can just by going to hockeypicks.com. Also, preseason basketball, if you want to make some picks and have your picks monitored for preseason basketball, go to bballpicks.com, and don't forget, you can always use the calculator at parlaycalculator.com. All you got to do is go to parlaycalculator.com, put in your winning parlay, and see how much that parlay pays out. And you can also see all the other articles right here at parlaycalculator.com. Speaking of calculator, we got a college football game here tonight, and I'm going to use the atscalculator.com to break down the numbers to tell you what the numbers should be tonight going into tonight's game between the Raging Cajuns and the Marshall Thundering Herd. And don't forget, check out atscalculator.com. All right, business out of the way. Hey, business on top, party in the back, and this is a party each and every day right here on the Raymond Report. Monday to Friday, you can find the Raymond Report right here on our YouTube channel, or if you want to follow us on your favorite podcast device, you can go to Apple, Spotify, wherever you download your podcast. You can find the Raymond Report, because once the Raymond Report is done, we download the show, we generate the MP3, and then we load it up, locked and loaded, right into the files, into all the platforms, and everybody gets the Raymond Report each and every day. And hopefully you guys are using it. Hopefully you used it yesterday. Gave out a nice winner on the Seattle Mariners plus 1.5 runs. Hey, Geico Insurance. Hey, you need that Geico insurance, right?
Dilly dilly.
Yeah, dilly dilly. We need that Geico insurance, because if you use the insurance, Robbie Ray coming in, you know, we can beat this to death. At the end of the day, Scott Service made the call. You got to live with it. It's like poker, right? Card laid, card played. You got to live with that call. And at the end of the day, it didn't pay off for the Mariners. Still having a good run this year. Good playoffs. Hey, ask the Blue Jay fans this year. They're not having fun, right?
Can we have fun? You're damn right. I demand that we have fun.
Yeah, I'm sure they're having fun, Seattle, but not too much the Blue Jays. And the Yankees, remember I said yesterday, it's all business, Yankees. When you look at the Yankee dugout, it's all business. And to me, when you play playoff sports, there's no, it's the one thing about playoff sports that I love, there's no tomorrow. If you lose, you can't go get that game back in the next day in the regular season, right? Playoff is playoffs, and
Playoffs? What talk about? Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
Yeah, we're not kidding. When it comes to playoffs, it's one of the greatest times in sports. Hey, I was talking to a buddy of mine just a couple days ago, and we're talking about playoff atmosphere. It doesn't matter what league you're in. You could be in a beer league. I remember playing beer league hockey, and we're in tournaments, or we're playing in a league, and I'm saying, man, I can't believe we lose this game, but we're done for the year. Like, I don't want to finish. That's the mentality of an athlete. An athlete wants to keep playing, and it's just thinking, going to bed knowing that, wow, this could be our last game. I don't want this. What am I going to do, right? That's how athletes think. They want to keep playing, and that's the mentality of winners, right?
I want winners.
Yeah, you got to think like a winner to be a winner. And so we're in some good baseball right now, and it's a lot of fun to watch. And Dodgers are Dodgers, and the Philadelphia Phillies, I didn't see that coming. Hey, I didn't even think they make the playoffs. Hey,
Playoffs?
Yeah, playoffs. Phillies are in the playoffs. Hey, you know what? Philadelphia, when you think of Philadelphia Phillies, you think of a blue-collar team, right? That's the way I see the Phillies. They just muck it out, and they do whatever it takes to win ball games. So good 1-0 lead for the Phillies. Came down close, 7-6 was the final. But great baseball game today. We got 2 games. We'll talk about that today. I see the bullpen is up and going. Ron B's in the house, and as I always say, it's always good to start a show with a guy named Ron B. to kick us off in the bullpen, Brent Vianney. I was thinking about you yesterday there, Brent, about your concussion situation, and I was like, man, it sucks. I was thinking about you all day yesterday, and I was saying, man, I wonder what. Hey, maybe I'll have to get chat with you offline to see where your background is. But Mitchell Watson's in the house. Good morning, Mitchell. Good morning, bullpen. And Isaiah Moore is in the house. Good morning, Isaiah. Hey, the network's in the house. Good morning, Who's Mizzou? And another Ron B. Oh, it's the same Ron B. Hell yeah, go Phillies, says Ron B. with the Phillies.
I want winners.
Yeah, and you are getting winners with the Philadelphia Phillies. In fact, Randy Moss got something to say about the Phillies.
Straight cash, homie.
Yeah, straight cash. That's all they're doing. Scott Champion's in the house. Love the last name, Champion. Hey, what a great way to start a day. Hey, what a guy named Champion who comes into your bullpen. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Yeah, no problem, Brent. It's it's what sports guys do, right? We that's the thing I love about sports, and I'm starting to miss coaching a bit, is because the thing in sports, it's a process. And one of the best lines I saw at a coach's clinic, and I've told you guys this many times ago. There's a junior football team out in Saskatchewan. They're called the Saskatoon Hilltops. Probably one of the most franchised junior football team. And the head coach, I think it's Sargent, his last name. He came down to Ontario and he gave a conference once. And I always remember his saying. And he goes, his team motto was this: it starts with you and ends in us. And I just, some things that when guys say something, it just sticks, right? And at the beginning, I was always getting it confused, right? But I love that saying. It starts with you, but it ends with us. And us is meaning at the end of the day at the championship game, right? So, team sports is one of the best things in all sports, of all things going in the world. There's a sense of belonging. When you belong to a team, there's a sense of belonging to something, and you're all working towards the goal, right? The mission. And the mission is championship. Hey, you play sports to win games. You play sports to win championships, right, Herm?
Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it. That's the great thing about sports.
Exactly.
You play to win.
You play to win,
and I don't
baby.
care.
Hey, you play to win. And it is a sports betting show, and I know sometimes I get into a little bit of a coach's rant here. Like I feel like I'm in a huddle here, and you guys are all eyes on me, let's go, let's go win that championship. But yeah, it is a sports betting show, but we all get pumped up. That's what sports guys do. And thanks, Coach. All right, I don't know, sorry to hear, Brent. Hope you recover quickly. Hello, Ray, listening while driving on a sunny 27 degrees in Lisbon. Hey, there's my good friend Rui Pedro Nagaria out in Lisbon. Great call on the Rangers. Yeah, nice call last night on the New York Rangers. Thanks. I'm good now, says Brent. And teams, how's everybody doing? F is in the house. Something happening to Brent? No, Brent's good. Yesterday we were talking about sports and concussions, right? Tua. And a lot of, people listen to the show, a lot of sports guys, a lot of guys who played hockey, Division I football. Hey, it's Division I football. I'm a man. I'm 40. But it's just it sucks. Having injuries sucks. I tell you, just having nagging injuries, and you can't play to your potential, right? Your best, and that's what that's what really sucks. All right, I'm here from Eugene Lewis. I'm from where Eugene Lewis is in the CFL. Yeah, Eugene Lewis. Hey, we beat the Alouettes on Monday, so I don't think Eugene's a big Ottawa Red Blacks fan. But Eugene will be here in Ottawa on Friday, and the Ottawa Red Blacks still, at 4-11, we still got a chance to make the playoffs. Only in the CFL, right? Only in the CFL. All right.
Show me the money!
Yeah. Let's show you the money today on a wacky Wednesday. I love our themes. Don't you love our themes that we got here? We got a Cash Out Monday, a Ruby Tuesday to go with the pearls. We got a wacky Wednesday. I had a nice Krusty the Clown logo today. I love our thumbnail today with Krusty the Clown there, the wacky clown. Thursday is what's our Thirsty Thursdays? Yeah, Thirsty Thursdays, and then we got a football friendly Friday during football season. Then when it's not football season, it's just a friendly Friday, but it is football friendly Friday.
Holy cow.
Yeah, and it is Wacky Wednesday, so you know Ron's going to be pretty happy here with the sound bites, right? Eugene Lewis is from Norristown, Pennsylvania, I think, says Ron B. I'm from Philly, but he went to Wyoming Valley West High School, says Brent. Hey, Eugene Lewis getting a lot of love here today on the Ram Report, and a good CFL receiver. What a great receiver he is. Hey, all these good receivers. I'm looking at the some of these receivers that played in Ottawa, and they're all doing well somewhere else. Hey, this is where receivers come in not to end their career here in Ottawa. But no, we got a good one here in Jalen Ackland. He's a good receiver, and we just need someone to throw him the ball, right? All right, let's get on with the show. We got a good show lined up for you guys today. But before we do that, we always talk about the golden rules of sports betting.
No, you don't do that.
Yeah, we will do that today. And let's talk about before we get to the 10 commandments, let's talk about the Ram Report fundamentals. And if you are tuning in for the very first time, don't forget, smash that like button and subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are using a mobile device. You can see I said that, one thing when you say something repetitively, it just, you don't even need a call sheet anymore. It just goes right on the end of your tongue, right? All right, so the Ram Report, value, percentage play, performance cycles, player availability, and we use a disciplined money management system. And if you're into sports betting and you've been doing this now, or if you're a rookie, follow the bullpen, follow the show. And this is why we do this. Is like football, right? EDDs, everyday drills. I'm sure all the football guys know their EDDs, right? O lineman over there, D lineman over there, linebackers over there, cornerbacks over there, receivers over here, quarterbacks get with the receivers. These are your everyday drills that we do here on the Ram Report, and we talk about value, play the percentage, use those performance cycles when you're handicapping. Player availability. Hey, we don't care about injuries. Who's available to play? Who's in the lineup? And a disciplined money management system. Those are your EDDs that we do here each and every day. Today on the show, you're going to hear me talk about A, B, and C-type teams in the Ram Report. A-type teams are teams with a 60 or higher win percentage. B-type teams, 50 to 59.9. And C-type teams, those are teams below 500. And we don't bet on C-type teams.
No, you don't do that.
You don't do that.
Oh, no,
Why
never,
not?
never.
Why not?
Against the rules.
Against the rules. All right, today I'm also going to talk about teams that are bullish, neutral, and bearish. And if you're watching on our YouTube channel, you see teams in the NFL, college football, CFL. Teams which I label bullish are teams that are 3-0 or better. Teams that are bearish are 0-3 or worse. And teams that are neutral, 1-2, 2-1 in their last 3 games. In Major League Baseball, NHL, NBA, teams that are bullish are 7-0, 6-1, 5-2 in their last 7 contests. Teams that are bearish, 0-7, 1-6, 2-5, and teams that are neutral, 3-4, 4-3, and those what Jerry Seinfeld would call your even Steven type teams. And that is a bit of the Ram Report fundamentals and what you're going to hear today on the show. Speaking of the show, any birthdays today? I got an itching to play the Chipmunk soundbite. If we have a good birthday, let me know out there. Somebody has to be somebody's birthday out there. Hey, let's get the birthday song going today. All right.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, there we go. There's a Wacky Wednesday right there. All right, don't forget, an avid participant in the Discord says the F. Yeah, F is a avid participant. Isaiah, nature, I've successfully cloned 3 species of trees. Nature Boy is still alive. There he is. There's John Presco. And I see it waiting on my cherry cuttings to root. They look ready to bust soon. Yeah, awesome. Hey, that's what I love about this community. It's not only about sports, right? The thing is, we all have different interests, and I know Isaiah is a good painter too. So yeah, it's great to see the. I know we come on this show and we talk about sports all the time, but it's also nice to know what your other interests are, right? All right, so let's get to the no birthdays yet, eh? I want to know if there's a birthday. Mine was October 9th. Oh, John was October 9th. There you go. There you go, Nature Boy. Happy birthday to the Nature Boy. We just a belated happy birthday, October 9th. And yeah, so thanks for letting me do that so I can play the wacky birthday song. And it is a Wacky Wednesday, right? All right, speaking of wacky, let's get to the 10 commandments. And today's 10 commandments: thou shalt not bet big money on C-type teams in the Raymond Report. Those are teams with a 49% or lower win percentage. Never lay points. Take the points, bet the money line or the over-under.
No, you don't do that.
You don't do that.
Oh,
Why
no,
not?
never, never.
Why not?
Against the rules.
Against the rules. Create your own number. It's your number against the bookmaker's number. Always remember that. Your number, bookmaker's number, and that's why you need to use the ATS calculator. Follow a disciplined money management system. Have a system, right? Mike Tyson says it all the time. Everybody has a plan till they get punched in the mouth. Never force a pick because you need action on a game. That's right.
No, you don't do that.
Nope. Never chase losing bets on a bad day.
No, you don't do that.
Yeah, bet with your wallet, not your heart. NHL home favorites. Home favorites in the NHL. Remember this, Isaiah? NHL home favorites coming off a 1-goal loss since 2011. Have won 60% of their games. Let's keep an eye out on that this early NHL season. Had a nice winner last night on the New York Ranger money line. Rangers look good. I'll gotta admit, Zibanejad, Mika Zibanejad, former Ottawa center. This is what I mean with Ottawa. I don't know what it is with this town. We get all these. We're like a farm team to all the leagues out there, right? Everybody comes to Ottawa, gets better, and then they go and rip it up somewhere else. All right, the 24-hour rule of betting: take a day off after a big win. Yeah, that's always good. And rule number 10: thou shalt not never bet on teams who are in a bearish cycles. And those are your 10 commandments today for Wacky Wednesday, October 12th. Speaking of wacky, where's that? There it is. All right, there you go. All right, also there's the money management system that we use here each and every day. You can follow it right now at atsstats.com. All right, on the show today, don't forget the World Series of Handicapping Pro Football Contest season number 11 is underway. In fact, let me go to the contest right here, and you can see that I didn't log in yet this morning, but we make your picks each and every day. The lines are up for week number 6, and even if you haven't signed up yet, you still can win the weekly prize. All you got to do is make 7 picks each and every day, 7 units to 1 unit. That's how you rate your selections, sides or totals, and you can win a 1-year membership right here at atsstats.com. All right, let me see here. Cheers, says the Nature Boy. Hey, there I got a cheers song for you right here. There you go. Let me see here. Yeah, I think we're finally going to see some unders in the NHL. Waiting since December, 3-1 to the under so far. Yeah, 3-1. I saw that this morning. Never chase a bad day. Such an important rule. Oh yeah, that's never chase a losing days, right?
No, you don't do that.
You don't do that.
Oh no, never, never.
Why not? Against the rules. All right, let me see here. What do we got next? We got we always start this show with paying our respects to the horse racing industry because at the end of the day, it all starts at the track, right? I think everybody's sports betting or betting always starts at a casino or the racetrack. One minute to boast time. All right, get them in, get them out. Yeah, they'll be off and running today at Parks Racing again. Today at Parks Racing is a 12:55 post time, 6.5 furlongs in race number 1. It's a $7,500 claiming race. And today we're going to recommend 257 in race number 1 today at Parks. The number 2 horse, Miss Alex, with Rangel in the saddle here. Rangel or Rangel? I don't know. It's one of those two. Rangel is 36% in the money, the last 100. Number 2 horse, Miss Alex, is 8-1 morning line. Hit a homer, honey. Hey, hit a homer, honey. That's a good one. I like that one. Gonzalez in the saddle, 29% in his last 100 races. Hit a homer, honey. Hey, that's what they were saying yesterday in Houston. Hit a homer. Was it Jordan or Jordan? I saw a good sign yesterday. There was a nice Jordan sign. But let me see. Number 5 horse, hit a homer, honey. 9-2 morning line. And the Fabulous Moolah. Wasn't she a wrestler? Speaking of wrestling, I'm wearing my Austin 316 shirt today. So you can see how the wrestling is coming in here today.
To be the man!
Yeah, to be the man. The number 7 horse, the Fabulous Moolah, Bisono in the saddle. A 5-1 morning line on the number 7 horse, the Fabulous Moolah. Hey, we got some good names here today. Nothing beats Tickle Bunny, though. Nothing beats Tickle Bunny. Sea Pines is a Joker's Wild play of the day. The number 6 horse, Sea Pines with Ocasio in the saddle. Rick Ocasio, wasn't he the singer of the Cars? Just a little side note there. Number 6 horse, C Pines, 7-2 morning line on the number 6 horse, C Pines. But you know what? Hey, we're going to keep this in the baseball family. Let's go with the 5 horse today. Hit a homer honey with Gonzalez in the saddle. And the way you want to bet the number 5 horse today at 9-2 morning line, put 10 to win, 10 to place on the 5 horse, hit a homer honey, and this way comes in first, you get paid twice. Comes in second, you get paid once, which is also nice. And you can bet all the races today at Parks just by going to the website, atsstats.com. Go to free tip sheet, go to the pull down menu, go to Parks Racing, and you can get all the tip sheets today. Races 1, 2, I believe it's 11 or 10 or 11 today at Parks. Yeah. 10 races today at Parks, and you can bet them all using the tip sheet right here at atsstats.com. All right, let's get to Major League Baseball today. And let's get some winners.
I want winners.
Yeah, I want winners too, Mike. And let's go to the game with the scrappy Phillies, eh? The scrappy Phillies going to send Zach Wheeler to the hill against Kyle. Let's get it right. Hey, Kyle, let's get it right today, and let's get back on track for the Braves, since I do have the Braves winning the World Series at plus 500. And minus 140 is the line. 7 is the total. And you can see we do have a 52.8% chance of winning today on the Braves compared to 31.4 for the Phillies. You know what? Phillies, mission accomplished. You got in there. You got game 1. Now, if you win game 2, it's a bonus. Go back home. And, yeah, you can wrap it up. But this will be, to me, you know, if the Braves lose this one, man, it's going to be hard. Atlanta this year at home. At home park, so Trust Park, SunTrust Park or something like that. 11-4 straight up against B-type teams in the Rain Report. And going into today, you know what? This is a value play. I think if you play this one here today, let me see what Bookmaker has here on the Major League Baseball. We gave a nice winner yesterday. I know we the run line plus 1.5. Now you can't play the run line on every team, but plus 1.5 minus 185. I'm going to go with Old Mo here. I'm going to go with the momentum. I'm going to go with the Phillies at plus run line, 1.5. And I think that'll be a good play here today. Padres, Dodgers. Now looking at that game and looking at the Padres against the Dodgers. And let me see here. Hey, you know what? I think it's time for a poll question of the day here. Let me see. Who do you guys like tonight? Or this afternoon? Who do you like? Who do you guys like today? Let me see here. Today, and let me do this. Let's say Phillies plus 120. Where's my plus sign there? There it is. Plus 120. Or you like the Braves minus 140. And let's ask the community here. And let's see what the you guys need to remind me too, eh? You know, sometimes I do the show and I forget about the poll question of the day, eh? I'm just signing off and you go, hey, poll question. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Who do you like today between the Phillies and the Braves? Just put your vote in and keep reminding me so to keep looking. I'm interested in that game. I think the Phillies could be there's always one team that's a surprise team, right? I wonder if it's the Phillies. Could have been the Mariners, but hey, Robbie Ray stay in the starter rotation. All right, Dodgers taking on the Yu Darvish and the San Diego Padres in a big game here today. Clayton Kershaw going, Yu Darvish. Minus 185 is the line, 7 is the total, and looking at the percentage play, 58.1. 30.8 for the Padres. Now, do we have the same situation here? You know, you got an older veteran like Verlander going yesterday. Hey, Verlander, I know we're talking about the home run and how they took out their closer and put in Robbie Ray. But at the end of the day, Verlander didn't look too good, right? He didn't look too good. And I wonder, with Clayton Kershaw, do we have the same type of scenario going here today against Yu Darvish for the Padres? Yu's been pretty good, though, this year. When you look at Yu Darvish on the season, let me go get his numbers. Hey, let me go see Yu's numbers here on the season. And Yu Darvish, where are you? All right, there you are. 16.8, 3.10 ERA. And looking at Yu Darvish, even though he lost his last game against the Chicago White Sox, that was the first loss since August 18th. Pretty good. And he won like 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Prior to that loss, he won 6 in a row. And let's look at Clayton Kershaw today. And let's see what Clayton's numbers are in the season. 12-3, 2.28 ERA. And Kershaw, yeah, he's been on fire. Look at that. But not a lot of innings. 5 innings, 6 innings, 6 innings, 6 innings, 7 innings, 6 innings. Obviously an ace is going to give you a good showing here. But yeah, no, a lot of wins. I don't know. I think it's one of those games you just don't touch. I just, there's certain teams that get into the playoffs, they flip the switch, like the Yankees yesterday. And that's why I didn't take, if you look at my picks that I gave out yesterday, I just, there's that respect factor, right? And I think the Dodgers, Yankees, the history, it's business. And I see the Dodgers, see the Yankees, a lot of history right there, a lot of playoff games. I think, there's a respect there you got to give. If there's one play today, I think it's Phillies plus 1.5, and that's the bottom line, as Stone Cold would say.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Thought putting in Ray was a terrible decision, says Mark Nation. Yeah, everything's hindsight being 2020. It's so easy, right? But if he strikes him out, what a great call! What a great call! Yeah. No, hey, you know what? I get it. Would I have done it? To me, if you're the Seawald, the closer of the Mariners, you're like, man, the thing is, you had a chance to get two guys out prior to that, and you didn't do it, right? It's a tough call. You live by the sword, die by the sword, and Service made the call. And, to make the call, you got to respect it. Do I really would have agreed with it? Probably not. And I get the lefty on left matchup. I get that. But whenever you get a starter coming in, there's a different mindset as a closer. I was thinking about this also, with Romano for the that's a name I always screw up. I was Romano, but thinking of the way the Blue Jays use Romano this year, you can't bring him in the 8th, and then because think about this. I was thinking about this. You bring in the closer and to get one out in the 8th. Now his mindset when he comes in is it's not like 3 up, 3 down, let's go home with high fives and everybody gone, right? I got to get one out, then I got to go sit in the dugout and talk to people, or people are going to be uneasy around me because they know I'm the closer and they don't want to be near me. And then I got to go out and get 3 more outs, right? It's just a different mindset. It's easier to come for the bullpen. You don't see anybody, you don't do nothing. You get that mentality of the closer, and then you get the job done, right? 3 and out, high five, let's go home. But yeah, it's a different role. And Robbie Ray is like, who knows what's through his mind, right? Like, who knows if he even wanted to go in? Yeah, obviously he's a player, he's got no choice. But that's not a good situation to put Robbie Ray in yesterday, right? All right, that's your baseball previews today. Let's get to the National Hockey League. Let's talk pucks. Hey, let's talk. Let me see here. Do I got any puck? Here we go. Go Sens, go. Hey, go Sens, go. All right, here we go. NHL National Hockey League. I think you're going to want to hear this, says Gary Bettman. All right, so you got the Boston Bruins taking on the Washington Capitals tonight, and looking at the line on this game. Now, obviously, this line can change. With 150 sportsbooks out there, there's like 300 lines now on every game, eh? Yeah, minus 145, 6 is the total. Tonight's starting goalies, expected starting goalies. You got Swayman and Darcy Kemper for the Washington Capitals. A lot of goaltending changes there. That's one thing I'm big on when it comes to handicap in hockey. Especially when it's so tight. To me, it boils down to a couple of things, right? Goaltending, the power play, penalty kill. You saw yesterday. You saw when the Rangers, the Ranger game in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, man. I was looking at their preseason scoring. I think they had the team with the least goals for in preseason, and that was like, ooh, that was kind of bad looking at that. But 5-on-3, you got to score 1. They did yesterday. Rangers look good. I'm going to admit, the Igor Shesterkin, man. Hey, Igor. All right, Kemper last year, 37-12-4, 2.54 ERA. The thing, yeah, obviously playing for a Stanley Cup contender or a winner. Kemper at home last year, 21-4-2, and 4 Swayman on the road. Pretty good record. Pretty good record for Jeremy Swayman on the road. 13-6-2 on the road, a 2.08 goals against average. However, Bruce Cassidy's gone now to Vegas, and now you got Jim Montgomery, rookie head coach, going up against Peter Laviolette. Laviolette's won 64% of his games at the Capitals, and he's got an overall win percentage of 59. I like Washington here today. I like Washington. I think, what do we got? A 3.39, 2.4, a 73% chance of winning. I do like Washington today. Toronto taking on the Montreal Canadiens. Now the Habs, a home underdog against the Leafs. Minus 270 is the line. This line is way overvalued. Way out of whack on a wacky Wednesday. Minus 270. Let me see what the latest line is on this line, this game. Let me see what bookmaker has here. NHL period. Okay, let me see here. Minus 260. Yeah, so line's coming down a bit. You know what I like in this game? I like Montreal on the puck line. On the puck line, you get Montreal plus 1.5 at minus 110. Yeah, that means they got to beat you by 2, right? And you look at Toronto, Matt Murray, former Penguin, former Sens. With the Sens last year, he was 5-12, always injured. 2-6-1 on the road. 4.37 goals against average. Give me the Montreal Canadiens plus 1.5. Montreal's got some goal scoring. They got no defense. That's the only problem. Montreal's got no defense. This will be like Texas Tech playing Oklahoma tonight. I'm looking at a 6-5 type game. Carolina taking on Columbus. You got the Blue Jackets with Brad Larson behind the bench against Rod the Bod Brindamore, who's won 65% of his games with the Canes. The Canes, a minus 260 favorite here tonight. Freddie Anderson going to probably get the nod here between the pipes for the Canes. He's 35-14-3 last year, 2.17 goals against average, 18-6-2 at home. I'm going to go with Carolina here, but I'm not laying 260. I think they're going to win. Columbus is going to probably go with Elvis has left the building, Merzlecken. And so I'm going to go with probably Carolina, but not betting it. Colorado taking on Chicago, minus 425. Yeah, I don't think so. Georgiev is going to probably get the nod here for Colorado. Now, remember, Kemper's gone. Georgiev is now the goalie in Colorado. He'll be up against Peter Mrazek of the Chicago Blackhawks. Mrazek, the last couple of years been nagging the injuries. I don't know if it's growing, but Mrazek's been injured. He's like a mash unit these last couple of days. And Chicago going with a rookie head coach now in Richardson. And you know what? Luke's a great career and the long-time assistant with the Habs, and I'm so happy for him. An Ottawa guy getting his shot there in the Windy City. Hopefully he does well, but not tonight, because I think Colorado gonna get the job done, I think, tonight. Seattle taking on Anaheim. You got Grubauer going up against Gibson. Anaheim a minus 125 favorite. Total is 6, and I'm going to go with Seattle in this one. I think Seattle gets the job done. I like the goal. From the player's perspective, I don't see a big difference. Now that the captain's gone in Anaheim. Let me see here. Let me see. The minus 125, 57.4, 57.4% chance of winning for Anaheim. 34.4 for Seattle. And let me see. I got 3-2. I like Seattle tonight. What's the puck line here? What's the puck line on Seattle? And plus 1. No, I'm not laying the puck line. I do like. I like Seattle to win straight up. Edmonton taking on Vancouver. The Canucks a plus 170. I think it's 170 tonight in Edmonton, and plus 163 at bookmaker. And let me see here. Minus 200, 54% chance of winning here today. Now, Jack Campbell will be between the pipes, most likely for Edmonton. And you know what? We'll see if Campbell's the answer. The thing with Edmonton is like Philadelphia. Always a goaltending question mark. When you think of the Flyers and you think of the Oilers, there's always that big question mark in nets, right? Thatcher Demko going to go here for the Canucks. He's, you know what? Thatcher's been pretty good. 33-22-7 last year, 2.72 goals against average. He's 16-11-3 on the road, a 2.95 goals against. And going against Bruce, there it is, Boudreau, 65% win percentage with the Canucks so far. I'm seeing a 4-3 game for Edmonton. I don't know if maybe I like Edmonton to win this game, but I don't think they win by 2. I think if you do like the puck line, Vancouver might be worth a shot here on the puck line. And so that's my plays for today. I do like let me see, Washington. I love Montreal. I think Montreal might be one of my top plays. Carolina, Colorado, Seattle, Let me see here. Seattle and Edmonton. Those are my NHL hockey picks for today. All right, what data is used to establish the value? Preseason data over the years. I find it interesting that teams are already bearish playing in the first game. Are you talking about NBA or NBA? Are you talking about NBA or NHL? What data is used to establish the value index? The line. So remember. So the question is. So if you go to the Raymond report, and I have a let me go back to my my value report. So right here, what F is talking about. And here's the thing. We'll go to NFL since the NFL is going. So right there, let's say Miami and Buffalo. So let's say Buffalo's on the road and they're playing an A-type team. My line would be minus 4.25, right? So the thing is, how do I get that line? The thing in sports betting, and I talk to you guys about this all the time. Well, sports betting is about two things: perception and reality. What's the perception of the line, what it should be prior to the game? And then what's the end result at the end, right? The reality. So always think about this. When you're thinking about the line, there's from a market psychology, because you got to think like a bookmaker. My good friend Ross Benjamin says it all the time. If I'm a bookmaker and I'm establishing a line, and I got to put a line. Let's say Buffalo is playing the New York Jets, right? Just an example. Let's say Buffalo's at home playing the Jets, and I put Buffalo -1. Hey, Buffalo -1 against the Jets. If I have 100 people at -1, how many do you think is going to put? How many people are going to bet Buffalo at -1? I would say about 97, and the other 3 are probably family and friends of the Jets, right? It's just perception. But if I put Buffalo -10. Now I got to figure, okay, if I put Buffalo -10 against the Jets, or maybe -10 or 12, then I'm going to start getting balanced action, right? That's the perception. So if you're wondering how I get the line, that's exactly how I do it. I do the perception, and then I do the reality. I throw in my formula, and then I get the value index. So that's your question. Hopefully it answers for you. Seattle on the road, woof, says Scott. Hey, we're not asking them to win. Just cover the spread, +1.5. Vancouver +1.5. Yeah, I think so. I think you're looking at a 4-3 game tonight against Edmonton. But Edmonton, home opener. Campbell will be the difference tonight. If he's, the thing with Campbell, he can have these hot games, and you saw last year with the Leafs at home, 19-5-1. If he's on his game, it could be a long night, but hey, it's week number 2, game 2 of the NHL season, right? It's night number 2. Easy, as they say, right? Don't put the toe in the water. We don't belly flop in the water right away. Hey, let's go feel the temperature first. That's why if you're betting sports, what's the rules of the Raymond report? Don't go chasing, and take your time. Bet with your wallet, not your heart. And just because there's 6 NHL games tonight doesn't mean you need 6 bets. Fine, you just need one silver bullet, right? You just need one silver bullet to pad the account. All right, you're going to Leafs season opener tomorrow at Bo Jackson. Hey, Bo Jackson's in the house. Eichel looks great. Yeah, you know what? Eichel, when he was in Buffalo, I remember that first year or the second year, I said, you know what? This kid, man, he might score 50 goals. And there was something wrong. He had an injury. He had surgery. Let's hope he's okay because he's a sniper, right? Sorry, coach. I just want a refresher. Comes in handy. Yep. Hey, that's why we do the show, right? You going to the Leafs season? No. Does it go by the Leafs last game or last season? What are you talking about, Isaiah? Does it go by the last game or last season? Are you talking about the value this season? Isaiah Moore, I think so. The Oilers are on a streak versus the Canucks from last year. I'm on the Oilers, Steph says, as a parlay piece. Yeah, I don't like that game. Again, week 1. It's week 1 in the NHL. Who's who in the zoo? A lot of pieces of the puzzle moved around. Campbell's a new home behind the Edmonton Oilers. You got Gorgiev now in Colorado. You have Matt Murray in Pittsburgh, in Toronto. But you know what? We'll get off hockey in just a few minutes. I want to show you guys something here. Remember, I always say, keep an eye on goalies and coaches. And if you go to the website, I keep a track of the coach's record, right? Look at the coach's record. The A-type teams, the alpha coaches right now. Believe it or not, look at these coaches. Hey, Edmonton Oilers, Jay Woodcroft. Now, I know it's his, second or third season in Edmonton. He's got a 72 win percentage. Minnesota Wild, this really, Dean Evason. Hey, Evason, all he does is win hockey games. Maybe not the mecca of the hockey market, but Minnesota is a really good hockey market, especially college hockey, right? Right, Isaiah? I'm pretty sure. Evason, 68% win percentage. Sheldon Keefe, you know what? Yeah, you always got a good team. Let's see how you do when you don't have Austin and Marner and all those guys. 68%, but you know what? Sheldon Keefe, still a good coach. 68%. Rod DeBod, 65%. John Cooper at 65%. Boost Boudreau, look at that. Boost Boudreau, yeah, all those years in Washington helps too. A 64 win percentage. Bruce Cassidy, off to a good start last night in the shootout win against the Kings, 64%. Sully, hey, look at Mike Sullivan there in Pittsburgh, 63%. Greg Berube, 62%. Jared Gallant, love Gallant, 62%. And Peter Laviolette. Those are your coaches with a 60 or higher win percentage. And then you got Sutter, Bednar, Peter DeBoer at Dallas. John Hines, 55%. Torts there in Philadelphia. We'll see how he does this year. Todd McClellan at 54%. Paul Maurice now. That's going to be interesting behind the bench in Florida. And David Quinn in San Jose, 52%. And the other coaches are below 500. And look at the A-type goalies. And here's what I was getting at. Matt Murray, 55%. But Ilya Samsonov, 66% win percentage. That's a pretty good, those years in Washington. So you got Florida, Colorado, Toronto, Tampa Bay, Rangers. Keep an eye on these teams at fair market value, because with those goalies are starting right here, and I'm talking about Bobrovsky, Georgiev, Samsonov, Vasilevsky. Look at that, all Russian goalies. I just noticed that. What the hell is the world doing? Hey, was there a goalie camp 10 years in Russia that we didn't know about? That all these goalies are, look at this, Bobrovsky, Georgiev, Samsonov, Vasilevsky, Shesterkin, all the top goalies. Combo. I gotta say that combo. Because you got this is the percentage goes by combo, right? Oh, there we go. Spencer Knight, 77%. Pavel Francouz, 73%. Matt Murray, 55%. Brian Elliott still goalie. Hey, I thought he'd be in a beer league by now. 56%. You got Halak. Halak's been around a while too. Remember him in Montreal. And then you got Shesterkin and Halak. Yeah, there you go. All right, so those are your goaltending duos. And if you ever want to see that, go to the website, atsstats.com. Go to NHL. And once you click on NHL, you're going to be taken to this page right here. And then look for the who are the winningest NHL coaches. And there you go. Now you know the rest of the story, as Paul Harvey would say in Chicago. All right, NBA preview. I'll just give you guys a quick NBA preview for tonight, since we do generate some forecasts tonight. And wow, Milwaukee Bucks. Talk about, this is why preseasons, you don't bet preseasons. Hey, are you guys betting preseason basketball? Ivan Drago was from Russia, says the Nature Boy. Hey? It makes sense because trends that are offered on sites go must recent games played even if it's the previous season, says Isaiah. I think so. The Oilers on a streak. Okay, I got that. All right, poll question of the day. Who wins today, the Phillies or the Braves? 81%. Hey, that's all you homers in Atlanta voting twice, isn't it? Hey, that's Mark Nations, that's OG Wheat, and Ball Cash. Where's Ball Cash? I haven't seen Ball Cash in a while. Where's my ATL guys? Hey, I'm surprised they're not in here pumping the tires of the Braves. Maybe that's why they're not in here, because they lost game 1. All right, let's go to the NBA forecast for NBA tonight. Yeah, there's one thing I'm not betting is NBA preseason. It's unpredictable. All right, so today we got the New York Knicks taking on the Pacers. -5 is the line, 223.5 is the total. 113 to 109 is the final score for New York Knicks. Charlotte taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers, 8.5 point favorite tonight against the Hornets. We got a 113-106 final score here for the Sixers. But again, we don't know who's going to play, right? Atlanta taking on the Cavaliers. Cavaliers a -2 favorite, 223.5. I think the best way you bet preseason basketball is bet the first quarter. I think that's the best way to go. Hey, betting first quarter. Cleveland 109, Atlanta 108. Got the Pelicans taking on the Miami Heat. -4 is the line, 216.5 is the total here. We have a 113-108 victory for the Miami Heat. Also, Brooklyn taking on the Milwaukee Bucks, the 0-4 Milwaukee Bucks in preseason, 113-111. Hey, did you see that Ben Simmons missed that shot there in the there was a thing online there, I guess they're doing like a charity event, and he threw a brick. Hey, he threw a brick and everybody's on him. That guy, yeah, they won't let him alone. 113-111 is the final right there. 224 is the total tonight in Milwaukee. Sacramento taking on Phoenix. The Suns a 6.5 point favorite. 216 is the total. We got a 109-104 victory for Phoenix. T-Wolves taking on the Lakers. Lakers basically a pick 'em here at -1. 220 is the line. 110 to 108 is the final we have here in preseason. And Denver taking on the Clippers. Clippers a 3.5 point favorite. 217 is the total. And we got a 109-104 victory tonight for LA. And is Kawhi going to play, or is it more load management? Hey, it's load management time. Maybe he might play. Hopefully he plays. He's got to test out that knee. F says, alert, Tarp is out in Atlanta. Game may be in reschedule. Tarp is out in Atlanta. Oh, tonight for the baseball game. Yeah. All right, 81% still betting on the Braves here tonight. All right, we do have a college football tonight. We do have a college football game, and we got the Lafayette Raging Cajuns going up against the Marshall Thundering Herd. And let me get the lineup here tonight. So the starting quarterback. Where did that quarterback? Was it Wells? Remember that quarterback for Marshall? Did he transfer out? I thought he transferred. Let me see here. Lineup. Marshall, yeah, he did transfer out. Okay, so you got Columbia going tonight. So far this year, 6 touchdown passes, and he's got 875 yards. Last game, let's see how he did last game against Gardner Webb. Hey, if you don't put big numbers up against Gardner Webb, then you're in trouble. 13 for 20, 65 pass completion. Yeah, he's got a good completion record. 138 yards though. Tonight we got the -10 Marshall Thundering Herd up against the Raging Cajuns. 46.5 is the total, and we do have Marshall winning in a low-scoring affair, 26-18, and so what do we got? That 44 maybe. So we could be. Was it 44 is the total we have here, right on the number. I don't think I touched this game here tonight. I think Marshall a 72.3% chance of winning, 20% for the Raging Cajun. Had this game been in Louisiana, I think I would have taken this one, but no, I think the Raging Cajun win this one. And if you look at the last couple of games for Marshall, 28-7 win over Gardner Webb, 16-7 loss to Troy. Hey, not scoring a lot of points. And think of it this way: you only scored 28 points against Gardner Webb. Hey, not a big school in Gardner Webb. South Alabama, UL Lafayette. That was one of my top plays. Remember, I had the Raging Cajun at home against the Jaguars. That was a 2017. They could have won that game. And you know what? Maybe the Raging Cajun +10 might be the play. But look at the VI though, 17. Yeah, -17. Yeah, I think if you're going to play beer and pizza money, I think the Raging Cajun is where you want to go. Marshall running back is very good, says Brent Vianney. Oh, yeah? Okay, we'll have to keep an eye on that. But if I were to play this one here tonight, I'd take the +10. I think I would take the +10, or just a pass and bet hockey or playoff baseball. But I don't think I would go nuts on that one. All right, let me see here. The law of average plays. Remember last week I gave you guys the how are we doing on time here? Not bad, 47 minutes. All right, let's go to the law of average plays, and let's go last week. So the law of, if you go to the website and you go to the dashboard, you're gonna see this right here. Oh, the CFL. You know what? I forgot to do the CFL. Let me do the Canadian Football League. For my Canadian Football League fans like myself, let's go to CFL. All right, so we got the Montreal Alouettes with Eugene Lewis in the lineup for the Owls, a 3.5 point favorite against Ottawa. 49 is the total. I'll be at that game Friday night, and we got a 28-20 victory according to the forecast. A 68.7% chance. Now, Paul LaPolice is now out. Bob Dice, special teams coordinator, is interim head coach for the Ottawa Red Blacks. Hey, the team rallied and they got the win in Montreal. That was a big win. It keeps a little bit of hope alive here for the Ottawa Red Blacks. Ottawa has not won a home game this year. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to, when you're playing these games in back-to-back situations, it's tough to sweep, right? Montreal -3.5. I think you got to take Ottawa +3.5 in this one. Hamilton taking on Calgary. You got the Stampeders, a 7.5 point favorite. The Tiger Cats, coming off a 18-14 win last game against Saskatchewan. I got a 25-20 victory for Calgary, and a 46.8 is the total. 86.6% chance of winning for the Stampeders off a 29-2 win. Now they're on a bye week, so they've been off for 12 days playing against a team like Hamilton, who's been off for 6 days. I think Calgary gets the job done. I don't want to lay 7.5. Toronto taking on Edmonton. We got the Argonauts, a 7-point road favorite, beating the Elks 29-19. So we got them winning by 10. And I think Curly Gittins Jr., hey, he's been having a great year. I think he should win the most outstanding Canadian. I think if you look at all the Canadians in the CFL, Curly Gittins Jr., hey, that's my guy right there. Hopefully he's doing well. Coach Curly, and that's why I got a little bit of a lean towards him, because I want him to win, because I think he's a great receiver. 29-19. And Winnipeg taking on the BC Lions. -2.5 is the line, 51 is the total. Great game at BC Place this Saturday, and we do have Winnipeg winning this one 27-22. The over-under at 49, a 63.6% chance of winning on the Blue Bombers compared to 31.8. And I saw Nathan Rourke throwing yesterday, but he still looked a little gingerly throwing. Hey, he had that surgery on his foot. He didn't look 100%, so I don't think we'll see him this year. I don't think you bring him back. You don't want to force him, right? All right, so there you have it. That is my CFL week number 18, I believe. 18 or 19 in the Canadian Football League, and now you know the rest of the story. All right, law of average play, right? That's where I was at. Let's get to the law of average play here today, and what you want to do. Did I see Gloria K yet? We haven't seen our friend Gloria here. Is Gloria in the house? I got to play her soundbite. You guys see Gloria yet? Hey, I don't think I've seen Gloria here. Hey, put that coffee down, Gloria. Get in the bullpen. I see Atlanta Braves and Atlanta Hawks parlay tonight as a good play. Jennifer, are you from Atlanta? Hey, Jennifer. I think Jennifer might be from Atlanta. Braves and the Hawks tonight parlay. Hey, Jennifer, where are you from? Are you from Atlanta? Or do you have family in Atlanta? Agreed, not Phillies favored to take on a day off, and I still have a play in Atlanta. All right, let me see here. All right, the law of average, not today, says Brent Vianney. All right, let's go to college football. We'll do college football first. Now, my good friend Ross Benjamin taught me this a long time ago. When you're starting to do your handicapping, now this is not a way to say this is my pick. You know, when I always talk about your especially on a college football, like look at all the games on a college football Saturday. Look at all these games. Where do you start? If you're handicapping the game and you see 150 college football games, you know, and there's no way you're spending 30 minutes on each game to handicap unless you're really bored in life and you have nothing to do. Which is fine if you want to do that, right? I'm not judging, but where do you start, right? So one of the things that I do is one of my indicators is, and I learned this from Ross, is that you look for teams that won against the spread versus teams that lost against the spread, and it's even a bonus if they won straight up and against the spread versus a team that lost straight up and against the spread, right? It's almost like a double whammy. And what you want to do is you want to lean on the team that lost, because you're going against perception, right? Public perception. Remember I talked about that at the top of the show. Perception versus reality. So tonight, Marshall lost their last game against the spread. Now Lafayette, they won. So again, I know I like UL Lafayette, but now I like him. I like him less because Marshall lost their last game. And what does the public normally do when they handicap sports? What's the first thing they'll do? What did they do last game? Oh, they won? I'm going to take them this game, and that's how the bookmaker thinks, right? So I don't think, you don't touch that game here tonight. You don't do that, right, Denis?
No, you don't do that.
Yeah, you don't do that. All right, Temple lost their last game. Central Florida won, so Temple is a law of average indicator. And again, I don't call these plays, I call these indicators. SMU is an indicator, so if you're handicapping the games, this is a great way to start your handicapping. SMU, Alabama, even though they won, they didn't cover the spread. Utah against Southern Cal. Southern Cal won, and they covered. Utah didn't cover. Bowling Green, Maryland is a indicator. Middle Tennessee State, the Blue Raiders. Michigan State, the Spartans. So disappointed. I thought Mel Tucker would have these guys fired up this year and ready to play. They're not ready. I really, big contract, and the thing in college football, you recruit well. And Michigan State, man, such a great year last year, but this year, disappointed. Auburn, all right, Auburn's an indicator. Fresno State, another indicator. Iowa State, another indicator going up against Texas. And that's, That's a big one right there. Because what is everybody going to think this week, right? Hey, they kicked the crap out of Oklahoma last week in the Red River rivalry. They're going to play Iowa State at home. The whole, I guarantee you, the whole world is going to be on Texas. Iowa State, give it some consideration. Kent State, Northern Illinois, Western Michigan, Duke. Hey, I thought they just played basketball. South Alabama, there's Kentucky, Mark Stoops. Tough game last week. TCU, there's another one, right? I got a feeling this is a tough game. This will be I'll handicap this game tomorrow. Oklahoma, see, everybody sees the butt kicking they take. And Dylan Gabriel, right? Is he going to be ready to go? I don't know. North Carolina State, Florida Atlantic, Charlotte, Georgia Southern, Nebraska, Vanderbilt, and Nevada. Those are your law of average indicators. So if you're starting to handicap, that's where you want to start today with your handicapping. And the National Football League, NFL, as Mike Singletary would say,
I want winners.
Yeah, I want winners. All right, here's your wow, look at the Commanders. The Commanders have not covered the spread in 4 games. And here's the thing. One of my rules of thumb in sports betting is when a team is in a bad rut like this, get off the bus. Start hitchhiking, get on a train, plane, train, automobile. You don't want to bet this game. When a team is, which I call a sinking ship, especially against 4 ATS losses, you don't want to touch that game. Philadelphia Eagles, they got the law of average indicator with them this week. Baltimore, Green Bay, Cleveland. I think Cleveland could be a good one here at home against the Patriots. Who's going to start? Zappy or Mac Jones, right? Kansas City, Buffalo, that's the game of the week. That's going to be a great game. Even though Kansas City, hey, remember I said about Kansas City, when they play really good teams, Patrick Mahomes, great quarterback, but at the end of the day, they got the job done by 1, but I still want to see better quarterback play in the pocket by Mahomes. I feel like I'm picking on him, but he's just, there's greatness there. There's just greatness there, right there. Jacksonville, Seattle, and Denver, those are your law of average plays for week number 6 in the National Football League. All right, we all know what time it is, right, AI?
We talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice. Practice, man. I mean, how silly is that?
All right, we're talking about the 80% Club stats, and I got some good 80% Club stats for you guys here today. Poll question of the day: who do you like, Phillies or the Braves? 84%. A bunch of homers here on the Braves. Jennifer, I see Atlanta Braves. Oh, she didn't answer. Cleveland Cavaliers have at least 3 or 4 key players, including Mobley, and I love out of tonight's game. Bullseye, says Jennifer. Right on, Jennifer. Hey, thanks for sharing. All right, Dodgers 17-2 as a home team with a total 6.5, 7.5. Yeah, you know what? That's what I mean, right? The Yankees, Braves, that history, the tradition. Hey, winners.
Show me the money!
Yeah, Braves 11-2 as a 120-140 home favorite, playing on a hump day Wednesday, on a wacky Wednesday the last 3 years. And so those are some of your stats and trends. It's tough to get some good trends in the playoffs, right? And, the thing is, playoffs, I don't even look at trends, to be honest. I just do it because it's like icing on a cake, right? Yeah, at the end of the day, it's still a cake, but it's always looking better when you got icing on it, right? And trends are your friends, but they don't pay the rent. Let's go look at the old 80% Club stats. I got some good trends for you guys in college football. Let's go to the CFB, the NCAAF, and you can see here on Jim Mora Jr.
Playoffs?
Their senior right there. When Connecticut's a road underdog versus non-conference opponent after a non-division game, and they allowed more than 10 points against in back-to-backs game. 3-7 straight up, but 9-1 against the number on the Huskies. When Rice is a 3.5 to 6.5 point underdog against a division foe playing on a Saturday, and they scored more than 20 points in back-to-back games. 7-4 straight up, 9-2 against the point spread. And when Ole Miss is a 10 or more home favorite on a Saturday, coming off a ATS win, a perfect 11-0. And now you know the rest of the story. Those are your trends of the day for a wacky Wednesday, October 12th.
We talking about practice.
No, we're talking about 80% Club stats. And friends, that is a wrap. That is the show today for a Wednesday, October 12th. All right, what a great time. I had a good time today. Hey, it's like when you do this show, it's all about energy, right? You know, when your energy is low, you feel like the show energy was low, but when you're maybe those two cups of coffees really did it today, right? Today's show brought to you by Maxwell House. Hey, all right, there you go, folks. Have yourself a great rest of your day, and hopefully you'll be back here tomorrow. And we got okay. Let me see here. I'll take care of that. But boom, right there. Oh, he's still there. There you go. All right, Big Ragu. There's the Ragu. Big Ragu. Hey, everyone. Hey, coming in through the back door at the end of the show. That a boy, Ragu. But, yeah. All right, folks, have yourself a great rest of your day. I'll see you back here on a Thirsty Thursday. In the meantime, shop for value, play those percentages. I'll see you back tomorrow with another Ram Report. Cheers.
Hello again, everybody. Harry Carey from Wrigley Field on a beautiful day for baseball.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man.
Joe owned the Chiefs.
Owns. I don't know.
Struggling.
Can we have fun? You're damn right. I demand that we have fun.
Put that coffee down. Coffee's for closers only.
Straight cash, homie.
Holy cow!
It's a dog-eat-dog world, Sammy, and I'm wearing milk-bone underwear.
What the hell's going on out here? Woo! If you smile, but the rock is cooking.
That's the bottom line, cause Stone Cold said so.
Let's go to eat a goddamn snack.
Hey, yeah, would you look over there? Big red lips, long blonde hair. Say, come here, baby, let me get you stare. Like the way you walk when you walk over there. Hey, yeah, would you look over there? Long black boots and long hair. Say, come here, baby, let me get you stare. Like the way you walk when you walk over there. Ain't no girl like, ain't no girl like that. No girl like that. I just want to talk to you. Want to talk to you. Come on, let's drive around. Take the top down, fool around. Come on, let's drive around. Take the top down, fool around. Hey! Woo! Show me the money!
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs?
Hey, now, would you look over there? Big red lips and long blonde hair. Say, come here, baby, let me get you a stare. Like the way you walk when you walk over there.
Hey, baby!